All right. Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you doing today? God bless you, bless you, bless you. Uh, there is something that is taking place in Nigeria now. I am a Nigerian, and 2023 is very important to so many of us. If 2023, if the Lord our God doesn't help us in 2023, Nigeria may be up in flames. So as it is, there are three prominent presidential candidates or flag bearers for, formerly we used to have two strongest political parties in Nigeria. PDP used to be the strongest until APC came and did what they did and came up. And why APC is very strong today is because the same people that played their own games in PDP crisscrossed over to APC. So we'll be having this dominance for the past 24 years, let's say. PDP dominated for 16 years and APC has done their nonsense for 8 years. Now, suddenly there is a new player in the game. The game has another one introduced, and that is Governor Peter Obi. Now, Peter Obi was a one-time governor of Anambra State 2 times. He governed the state for 8 years. And in that 8 years, he was not left alone. They troubled him. They removed him from office about 2 times, and he went to court and got reinstated because he was not playing the games that godfathers wanted him to play. So he became number one enemy. And the things he achieved, are there for people to see, and the records are there. I'm not speaking for P2B. I'm not a politician. But for all the three candidates, P2B is outstanding. P2B is a greenhorn, like we will say, but P2B is seen as being sincere. The rest too have been, political juggernauts, and in fact, we can call them the kingmakers. So whatever evil that has happened and is happening in Nigeria, they cannot say they don't have a hand in it. Now, Bushiri came out, and Bushiri is not the first person that has come out to give a prophecy about the 2023 presidential elections. Now, Bushiri came and he has predicted who would win this election. I'd like you to listen to Bushiri. Now, I got this from Solomon's Temple. Like you all know now that we are grappling with copyright issues, right? Bushiri, Ebert Angel, and Suleiman, they engage Africanoli Pictures. They don't give us strikes these days because strikes are easier these days by the grace of God to counter. But what they do is that they steal people's content, and YouTube will give them audience and will block the entire content. So I don't want to have that grapplings, and Solomon also felt it the same way. So Solomon had it, he watched the video, me didn't watch the video, but if the video was available, I would have uploaded it. So here is what Bushiri said about P2B and the 2023 general elections.
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
So let's check out what Bushiri actually said about. It was a video. I watched the video, and due to copyright regulations, I cannot play you the video here. This is what he said in that video. He said, there is no power on earth that can stop Peter Obi of Nigeria from becoming president. Through that single man, Africa will be liberated. Through him, other African presidents will be reshaped. Then he continues, God wants to use Peter Obi to shake the world and show humans that he still exists, regardless of what other political opponents do against him. You can't fight a man that God is backing up. God is running for the president of Nigeria through Peter Obi to restore Africa's dignity. The more you fight Peter Obi, the more God will disgrace and expose you to the world. I think Bushiri has no idea the nature of politics in Nigeria. He said, God, look at what he said. He said, God is running for the
so speaking
president.
about P2B, when you see a man who has a plan, who has a program, you will know. I like you to, Nigerians will, maybe want to pay attention to this, but I want to beg you, if you are living and you are alive, whether you are African or not, and you have empathy and sympathy for humans, please pray for Nigeria. 2023 is very, very dicey. And you see, there have been other prophets that have come and they predicted something else. Some said the current vice president will still be the president come 2023. That something will happen miraculously and the man will be retained. At least I've heard it from not less than 3 persons. And some persons have predicted Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In fact, I've seen a Songoma who did a video and predicted that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was going to win the election, but he will spend one tenure. One tenure, yes. So, here is what P2B has to say.
We thank Prince Adebayo. May I now invite Sir Gregory Peter Obi of the Labour Party.
Your Grace, let me very respectfully stand on all due and existing protocols that have been established. And thank you most sincerely for the invitation to be part of this. For me, issue of credible election, especially as we approach 2023, is very critical. If we get it wrong in 2023, I'm afraid you might not be meeting like this 2 years after. Because today, our country has collapsed. And it's very simple. So we must get it right. What we are suffering today is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. And the church can no longer stay aside or think that can be involved. The people that are suffering are your people. Those who can't eat in all parts of Nigeria are your people. Those that are being kidnapped, killed are your people. So you cannot stand and wait until it collapses. Those children who are supposed to be in university are not in school for 7 months are children of the church. And nobody cares about them. Those people who will keep quiet and they're stealing our oil are those that are elected. Every day you hear people are stealing oil. Oil is being stolen by people in government. Nobody, oil is not sweet you put in your pocket. For you to steal oil, a ship has to come to your territorial waters. And that must be approved by Navy. So it's not you. None of you can steal oil. Nobody here can steal oil. Your Grace, you can't steal oil. Because you have to have a ship. Every ship is registered and everybody knows where the ship is going. And you have to have approval. So the only people who can steal oil are people in power. This agreement that is keeping our school closed, Your Grace, was signed in 2009. And the content, monetary content of it is about 1.2, 1.3 trillion, out of which Jonathan paid 200. The rest is spent. Just to show you why I used oil, in 1 month, the money of oil they stole can pay for this. Our approval to oil is 1.8 trillion, so 1.8 million barrels a day. 1.8 million barrels. Nigeria's approval. But by OPEC, we are the only people. in July 2022. Throughout the month of July, our production was 1,083,000. So every day, we're losing 717,000. If you multiply by 31 days, it's 22,227,000. That's what we lost. If you multiply by how much they sold oil in that month, average 110, is $2,445,000,000. If you use the average rate of 550 to multiply it, is 1,344,750,000,000 naira. That is far more than ASU is asking 1 month stealing. You must get involved. We can no longer continue this way. If we continue, we consume everybody. I spoke to European Union this morning, all the ambassadors, and I asked them, stop giving us aid. We don't need aid. We need leadership. Help us to get leaders who can serve this country. We do not require their aid. And I asked them a question. I asked the ambassador of Netherlands. I said, your country is only 33, minus water, is only 33,000 square kilometers. And your export last year of agricultural product is $120 billion. Our state, Niger State, is 76.3 thousand square kilometers. 2.5 times Netherlands. They can't feed themselves. They cannot feed Nigeria. They have not exported anything because they are waiting to share 3 billion from Niger Delta every month. When if they have just exported 1% of what Netherlands exported, when they have 2.5 times, they will earn $1.2 billion. If you multiply it, it's about 750 billion. It's 5 times their budget, but they are waiting for 3 billion. We cannot wait. I saw the governor of Taraba, and I went to visit Danjuma, who is also your church member. And I said to him, you're from Taraba. Taraba is 54.6 thousand square kilometers. Belgium is 30.9 square kilometers. Israel is 22. So Taraba is bigger than Belgium and Israel put together. And Israel alone, export last year is $59.8 billion. It's about 2x the export of Nigeria. 200 million people living on almost 1 million square kilometers doing nothing. We want to be productive. Our children, the youth are energetic. All they want is somebody to support them, to prove who they are. All these children that are accused of Yahoo Yahoo is the same talent in their heart. And we are directed, and they became ICT managers. Please, I'm begging you, next year election should not be based on ethnicity, on religion, on connection, or my turn, or any form of bias. We don't need it. And let anybody who said he wants to be, anybody who says he wants to serve, please, let him not speak to you through spokesperson. Let him come and tell you what he's going to do. You take note of it. Because when he goes into office, he'll start telling you what I saw when I got in, or what I didn't see. All of us should see what is bad now. So when we hire the person, The job of a leader is to find solution, to prefer solution, and not to give us excuse. We are tired of excuse. Anything any of us wants to see, let him see it now. So when he goes, it is solving the solution. And after election, please do not go away. Part of our problem is that after election, you go away, and His Excellency reverses the vehicle, which you all agreed is going north to south. And nobody is telling him, no, this is not what we agreed. This time around, whoever is going to be there, we will have an agreement. Your Grace, come out with a charter of demand. And let whoever is going to be there, you demand this is what you want. You don't want your children to be at home. You don't want this. UNESCO has just said that 20 million Nigerian people out of school. Which country? And we are normal. And we are saying the church should not be involved. In fact, the church should be at the forefront. And let the politicians follow them. Finally, in conclusion, I'm sure we'll have time one day to discuss this further. Next year's election must be based on character we can trust with the proven record of the past. It must be by competence. It must be by capacity and commitment. This is a job that requires physical and mental energy. And we must get it right. And that is what we're asking. The church must be at the forefront. Our children cannot continue like this. There's no offense. They're committed by being Nigerians. Nigerians are the best you can get in the world. And we have the energy to change this world. All we lack is that we have criminals who have hijacked this country, sealing everything away, and we are keeping quiet. Please, the church, wake up. Take back your country. God bless you.
Hello? Hello? One thing is certain. One thing is certain. That thing which is certain is this. When God gave me my ears, He did not authorize me to use it to listen for another person. So He gave us ears. And since we have ears, I am not going to summarize anything.
So that was Peter Obi that you listened to. And if you're an African and you are conversant on the social media and news media, you will get to know that you would have known that of all these three, Peter Obi has been far more accepted by both Nigerians at home and those in diaspora. And unfortunately, those in diaspora are not allowed to vote. That is the kind of system that we're on. So if you ask anybody, if you ask a baby in Nigeria who would win, who is supposed to win the 2023 elections, he will tell you Peter Obi is already the president. I tell you something, both youths and adults, there is this kind of, feelings people are having that the youths are only active on social media, but not at this time. If you witnessed what happened at NSAS, the spirit of NSAS came into the youths, and the youths are everywhere drumming support for Peter Obi. And for the very first time, we see, long queues of youths standing to get their permanent voters card. Now, churches and mosques, in fact, it is not about tribe now. It is about the person. So without the election without the votes being casted already, everybody knows that if these elections are free and fair, there is nobody that will come near as per what Peter Obi would garner. That is just the truth. But unfortunately, this is a place where the leaders are demons. The leaders in this country are demons. They are heartless. They don't have conscience. Now, we have already seen some INEC voters registration that are bearing strange names, that some persons were born in the 1920s. Some persons who are as old as 60, 70 years were said to be born in the 1990s. Some females were assigned male gender and vis-a-vis. So, you know, many things are already happening because devils are on ground. They want to rig the election. They already have who they want to rule and continue the nonsense that they are doing. But we know that there is a God in heaven. Now, the truth is that sometimes some of the prophecies that we receive, you know, are a kind of a trend. They follow trend on social media, trend on, you know, what we feel. You remember Bushiri had told one man from Benin Republic, I can't upload the video here because it will spoil my video, he will block it, you know, that he was going to be the unopposed elected president of the Republic of Benin. In fact, he anointed the man and poured the oil that Samuel used to anoint David upon the man's head. And the man, I thought they said, gathered, was there about 2 votes, maybe his own and his wife's own. You know, the incumbent president won it. And the fact is that if God had said it, God will back it up. According to him, he said that there is no power on earth that will stop Peter Obi's emergence as the next president in Nigeria. I pray so. I wish so. I wish and I feel that it comes to pass. But if at the end of the day, it doesn't come to pass, we will also confine it to the archives of false predictions that we have come to get accustomed to in this land. Please put down your comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about this video. Pray for Nigeria. 2023 is very, 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 very dicey and is important in the life of this nation and in the history in Africa. Thank you so much and God bless you. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, from me to you, shalom.